All right, so we got the generator back in the garage. I got this pan to drain the fluids or the oil. Let's take the cover off. And I don't have a light in there, so it'll probably be a little dark. But let's go ahead and unscrew the oil stick and we'll see where our oil is. Wow, it looks pretty much exactly where it was when we started. So that's a good sign. It doesn't seem to be burning oil for the 2 hours that it ran so far. So let's grab our drain hose. And actually I did realize that there is a cutout right here where the drain hose is more level, so you can drain out. Let's see, I did set the generator on this foam pad to make it a little higher. Oh yeah, that should be good. I might have to hold this up a bit so it's going down. Technically, we could raise the other side of the generator up a bit. It'll kind of tilt, but I think this should be good enough. So the drain is pretty unique. It also has a little chain on it. So we're just gonna unscrew this top piece, and it does have a little gasket. And then we're just gonna set it down and it should start draining out. And there it goes. And I don't know if you guys can see or not, but the oil is pretty clear that's coming out of there. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's not like black or anything. So I guess that's good, but it does have a tint to it for sure. So this is why it's important to do a pretty quick oil change on your first run. We're doing it at 2 hours. Some people like to do it at 1 hour. Some do it even at 30 minutes, 10 minutes. So we just did it at 2 hours, should be okay. And so for our next interval, we're probably going to do 4 or 5 hours and then change the oil again. And then after that, I'm probably going to do about 10 hours. And that should be good enough. So 3 oil changes. And then the next time we use this thing, we'll do a 50-hour run or maybe like a 30-hour run. I'd say probably 30 and then change the oil. And then after that, a 50. And then I think 100 hours is what's recommended. However paranoid you are, but it's never too bad to change oil too soon if you want to make sure that your generator lasts a long time. But yeah, as we're draining out, it does come out pretty slow. So you do need some patience, but it is coming out. All right, so we're running out. I got this thing pushing down on it. But if we look at the oil, I don't know if you guys can see, probably not too well, but there's some flakes in it. I can see them with my eyes. Not sure if you guys can see it on camera. It's definitely got flakes in it and it's kind of brown. So yeah, definitely do your oil change pretty quick on your first run. I probably should have changed it a little quicker, but we should be all right. 2 hours is not that long and we had a pretty light load. All right, so we're just dripping now. So that's pretty much all of it looks like. So let's go ahead and put the lid back on. Yeah, this hose is really convenient. Make sure everything is nice and clean. I guess leave it here for now. Let's move this out of the way. So I went ahead and refilled the original oil can that came with it because I noticed it was almost full up to here, so I made it a little less. So that should be pretty much perfect. So I got this other funnel. Let's see if it works. So yeah, that works too, but I don't think it's steep enough maybe. Yeah, that's probably why they give you the flexible one here with the clear hose. So we'll go ahead and refill our new oil. So this is fully synthetic, 1030. And you guys can see it's darker out of the box as it is Mobile 1 fully synthetic. So I gotta go pretty slow. Last time I went fast, it seemed to run out of there. Actually, that reminds me, should probably put a rag in there just in case we do run out. It'll not go everywhere, but kind of go in the rag. But yeah, we're just adding oil at this point. And so our next run will be about 4 to 5 hours until the next oil change. And so far, it looks like just putting it in. So yeah, we do need to add some more. So we probably drained out more than we put in. So yeah, if you drain it out completely, you definitely need this all the way full here to replace what was in the engine. All right, so I filled it up some more as it is very close to the top, but it's not out completely. So plug back in, snap the hose back in, and we're ready for the next run. All right, so we're back at the porch. So let's go ahead and start it up. And sure enough, we're gonna let it warm up a bit. We can see we got 2 hours now. We're gonna head to 7 hours, which will give us another 5 hours for the next oil change. And also I'm gonna try to put more load on here. I'll try to do some 240 charging while using the 120. All right guys, so we are running, everything's good. We got 3.7 hours, so we're putting in the hours. We need 7 total. You guys notice here, we have another plug that I plugged in. That actually goes 240 to the EV charger. We got the AC running and the EV charging at 240, only 5 amps right now. And we can see we're about 25% load. Generator did rev up a little bit. And here you guys can see on the app that the car is charging 5 amps, 237, 38 volts. Kind of fluctuates. Well, let's go ahead and add it to, let's say 8 amps. And you can hear the generator rev up even more. Now we got 3 dots there. I think I can safely go to about 10. Okay, so the generator is really running now. It got quite a bit louder. we're still on the 3 dots, so yeah, that's a lot of power we're pulling. That's about what, 2,400 there plus the AC, about 3,000 watts, 28, 29. And yeah, it did get quite a bit louder. Definitely like how it sounds at 8 amps. It's more of a softer tone. Let's see, 7, 6. Yeah, 5 and 6 doesn't really care. Almost the same there, so yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to alter the load up and down and continue to run until we get to that 7 hours. Then we'll change the oil again and run it for 10 hours. Alright, so we got the generator down there and it's running. And he's using it for the electric mower there. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's not that loud. Of course, with the smaller loads, it's quite reasonable. And then, you know, larger loads get a little bit louder. But our total hours are still only 7.2. A little less than half a tank looks like, so yeah, it's quite efficient. It looks like you could definitely hit about 14 hours or so on a tank, something like that. So yeah, it starts up really good and it runs really good. It does have a little bit of unstableness and idle. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but yeah, overall very happy with how powerful it is and all of the ports, and starts really easy. It does take a while to run out of gas when you store it away, but I love that it has this option. 240 volt is a must for us. So yeah, super nice generator. It's definitely going to be nice to have it, especially in emergencies.